Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a matchup between two Shawnee Mission schools as we bring you the Shawnee Mission North Indians versus the Shawnee Mission West Vikings. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First, from Shawnee Mission North.
I'm Colin, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Sean, and I'm a senior.
I'm Alex, and I'm a senior.
I'm Olivia, and I'm a senior.
I'm Tristan, and I'm a sophomore.
And our competitors from Shawnee Mission West.
I'm Evan, and I'm a senior.
I'm Victor, and I'm a senior.
I'm Cole, and I'm a junior.
I'm Ryan, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Julia. I'm a sophomore.
Fantastic. Here in the first round of categories, we will take turns answering questions. If a team does respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. We did a coin toss before we started taping, and it was won by Shawnee Mission North. So Indians, here is the first category, and it is literature. A recent historian of science writes that modern physics sometimes appears to be invented by the White Queen, who often believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. This fictional queen was invented by what author in what book? Time on that. Vikings, chance to steal this literature category. A recent historian of science writes that modern physics sometimes appears to have been invented by the White Queen, who often believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. This fictional queen was invented by what author in what book? Julia?
Lewis Carroll, Through the Looking Glass.
That is the correct response. Vikings, you get the next category, which is government. On January 1st, 1994, NAFTA came into being with its main objective to eliminate tariffs between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. What do the letters in NAFTA stand for? Cole?
North American Free Trade Agreement.
That is correct. Indians, you get the next category, science, species to be exact. How many eaglets does each nesting pair of eagles usually raise? Sean?
4.
4 is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this science species category. How many eaglets does each nesting pair of eagles usually raise? Cole?
2.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is 1. 1. Literature is the next category for you, Vikings. Of which shortcoming was Publius Syrus referring to when he said, "He knows not when to be silent. He knows not when to speak"? Is he speaking of jealousy, covetousness, bitterness, lust, or indiscretion? Cole?
Indiscretion.
Indiscretion is the correct choice. Shawnee Mission North, math, terminology is your next category. In mathematics, specifically geometry, what kind of statement must be proven before it is accepted? Time on that. Vikings, math terminology is the category. In mathematics, specifically geometry, what kind of statement must be proven before it is accepted? Cole?
A theorem.
A theorem is correct. Geography, specifically maps, is the next category for you, West, and it's multiple choice. The symbols used on a map are explained in the index, the margin, the legend, or caption. Ryan?
The legend?
The legend is correct. Indians, you have the next category, and it is ancient history. Who was defeated in the Battle of Shawnee in 451? Sean, you got in right before the buzzer.
Attila the Hun.
It is Attila the Hun. And with that correct response, you did get on the board. The score right now is Shawnee Mission West 5, Shawnee Mission North 1. Vikings, next category is science, chemistry. The metal radium decays by alpha process into what other element? Indians, chance to steal this science chemistry category. The metal radium decays by the alpha process into what other element? Sean?
Uranium.
That is incorrect. We're looking for radon. Radon. Indians, you do get the next category, and it is fine arts painting. How did Michelangelo master the anatomy of the human body for his use in paintings? Olivia?
He looked at corpses.
He looked at corpses or dissected corpses. Both is acceptable. Vikings, you have the next category. It's government, specifically city governments. Chicago's 50 wards are represented by a city council member, or city council members bearing what title? Victor?
Councilman?
I cannot accept councilman. Indians, chance to steal this government, specifically city government question. Chicago's 50 wards are represented by city council members bearing what title? Excuse me, Tristan?
Warden.
They are not warden, they're aldermen. Aldermen. Indians, you do get the next category, science, another elements question. Scientists have long believed it will become a metal under enormous pressure from the diamond anvil, which is a hydraulic press. Name this light gas in the simplest of all elements. Sean?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen is correct. Vikings, next category for you is medicine. With which disease is the term melanoma associated? Victor?
Cancer.
Cancer, specifically skin cancer. Indians, you have the next category. Sports, baseball is the category. Who are the only two Chicago Cubs ever to have hit 500 or more home runs? Vikings, chance to steal this sports baseball question. Who are the only two Chicago Cubs ever to have hit 500 or more home runs? Time on that, we're talking Sammy Sosa and Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks. Vikings, you do get the next category, U.S. history. During the Revolutionary War, 2 New Jersey cities served as the temporary national capital for short periods. Trenton was one. Name the other. Cole?
Princeton.
Princeton is correct. North, film is your category. In the movie Pride of the Yankees, Gary Cooper played Lou Gehrig. Who played Babe Ruth? Vikings, chance to steal this film category. In the movie Pride of the Yankees, Gary Cooper played Lou Gehrig. Who played Babe Ruth? Cole?
Babe Ruth himself.
Babe Ruth himself did. Very good. Vikings, you get the next category, which is geography terminology. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. Running water frequently deposits soil, sand, gravel, clay, silt, or other material where rivers or streams lose velocity, flowing down mountainsides or into quiet lakes, inland seas, or gulfs. What are these deposits called? Evan?
Estuaries.
Cannot accept estuaries. North, chance to steal this geography terminology category. Running water frequently deposits soil, sand, gravel, clay, silt, or other material where rivers or streams lose velocity, flowing down mountainsides or into quiet lakes, inland seas, or gulfs. What are these deposits called? Olivia?
Sediment.
Cannot accept sediment. We're looking for alluvial fans. Alluvial fans. North, you do get the next category, and it is also a geography question, but it's spelling. It was the former name of the Congo. Spell Zaire. Olivia?
Zaire.
That is correct. Vikings, you have the next category, U.S. history. What did the Smoot-Hawley Act put into place? Evan?
A tariff.
Tariff. Or high tariffs. Either one would be acceptable. Shawnee Mission North, science, nervous system is your category. Dendrites carry what to the cell body of the nervous system? Alex?
Electrical signals.
Electrical impulses or electrical signals. That is very good. Shawnee Mission West, ancient structures is your category. What is the still extant structure built in Rome in AD 80 by Emperor Vespasian? Ryan?
The Colosseum.
The Colosseum is correct. 80 was hard to say. Shawnee Mission North, you have another math geometry question. If each edge of a cube were tripled, by how much would the volume increase? Sean?
27 times.
27 times is correct. Vikings, literature is the category. Henry James's novel, The Ambassadors, is set in what European city? Cole?
Paris.
Paris is correct. Science, biology for you, Indians. What term refers to a hair-like cellular projections used for locomotion by single-celled organisms? Sean?
Flagella.
Can I spell flagella? West, chance to steal the science biology question. What term refers to hair-like cellular projections used for locomotion by single-cell organisms? Cole?
Cilia.
Cilia is what we were looking for. Vikings, you have the next category, which is language definitions. What does ostentatiously mean? Julia?
In kind of a loud, obnoxious way.
Loud, obnoxious way. Showy or gaudy. Very good. Shawnee Mission North, military history is your category. What new military tactic did the Japanese unleash on U.S. forces in the Battle of Leyte Gulf? Tristan?
Suicide bombing.
Can I accept suicide bombings? Shawnee Mission West, chance to steal this military history category. What new military tactic did the Japanese unleash on U.S. forces in the Battle of Leyte Gulf? Cole?
Kamikaze.
Yeah, I can accept kamikaze. I could not accept suicide bombing. I'm sorry. All right, Shawnee Mission West, you do get the next category, science, specifically spacecraft. What is the term for the covering on a spacecraft or rocket that protects astronauts and instruments upon re-entry? Cole?
A heat shield.
Heat shield is correct. Shawnee Mission North, music, lyrics is the next category. In the song Clementine, what numerical phrase describes the minor? Alex?
49er.
49er is correct. Vikings. Those are great, good questions. I'm sorry. Vikings, you have the next category, world geography. What country is located on the Apennine Peninsula? Ryan?
Italy.
Italy is correct. Indians, art history is the category. According to art historian Merle Robertson, what is the #1 man-made problem affecting ancient Mayan ruins? Olivia?
Looters, people stealing.
Can I accept
No.
looters or vandalism? Or, cannot accept that. Shawnee Mission West, art history is your category. According to art historian Merle Robertson, what is the #1 man-made problem affecting ancient Mayan ruins? Cole?
People walking on them, touching them.
I cannot accept that either. We're looking for acid rain. Acid rain. It's man-made. All right. As we go into halftime, we have Shawnee Mission West with a score of 16, Shawnee Mission North with a score of 7. At this time of our program, we go to a representative from each school who will give us a campus update. And from Shawnee Mission North, Sean is going to be giving us our campus update. What is happening with the Indians up on Johnson Drive?
Well, our drama department just started its musical Hairspray, along with the lab plays Identity Crisis and Everyday Heroes, and our advanced repertory theater troupe just finished its fall show. Winter sports start today, which includes swim team, wrestling, basketball, and bowling.
All right, fantastic. And if I'm not mistaken, the Shawnee Mission North Theater Department was recently recognized as being, I think, #1 in the Midwest. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Fantastic. All right. Shawnee Mission West, I believe we have Victor is going to be doing our Sans headband now, I see. Going with our campus update. Victor, what is happening with the Vikings?
Well, we just completed our annual blood drive when we donated a lot of blood to a local charity, or not just a random charity, but, you know. We have completed the playoffs for our fundraiser dodgeball tournament. Our can drive is ongoing, where we donate all our cans to the Johnson County, I think it was Johnson County Christmas Bureau. Yeah. And we wrapped up a debate tournament that was hosted at Shawnee Mission West on Saturday, and then our Viking Invitational basketball tournament was this weekend. So.
Fantastic. So a lot of things happening over with the Vikings. That's awesome. All right, as we head into our second round, it is the lightning round, in which the question is placed on the floor for both teams to have a chance to answer. If a team does respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that question. Just a reminder to those playing, please let me call on your name before you respond to the question. For both teams, U.S. government is the category. The American judicial system employs two types of juries. Name both of them. One is a grand jury and the other is a petit jury. General knowledge for both teams. What is located at 1313 Harbor Boulevard in Anaheim, California? Alex?
Disneyland.
It is Disneyland. Very good. Economics is the next category for both teams. All right, it involves a little math here. If a man had a salary of $1,400 when the cost of living index was 100, how much salary would he need to keep pace if the index went up to 150? Evan?
2,100.
2,100 is correct. U.S. history for both teams. What territory was the most expensive United States land acquisition? Cole.
The Gadsden Purchase?
Which purchased what?
It was like lower parts of New Mexico and stuff.
Cannot accept that. I'm sorry. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this or chance to get the U.S. history category. What territory was the most expensive United States land acquisition? Sean?
The Gadsden Purchase of the Arizona Territory.
That is
and New
also
Mexico.
incorrect. It's the Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands. So
dagnabbit.
you would think a couple islands for half of Mexico. Ancient history for both teams. The riddle of the Gordian knot defied all those who attempted to solve it until the conqueror severed the knot with his sword. Victor.
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great is correct. Language, vocabulary for both teams. Paramnesia can best be described by which two French words? Victor?
Deja vu.
Deja vu is correct. Geography for both teams. In which branch of physical geography would studies of piers and tides be made? Ryan?
Oceanography.
Oceanography is what we were looking for. World geography, specifically Paris, is the question. Give the name of the artist section in Paris. Julia.
The left bank.
Cannot accept that. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this geography question in regards to Paris. Name the artist section in Paris. We're looking for Latin Quarter, the Latin Quarter. Science, medicine for both teams. Give the term for the substitution of a vein from another part of the body to go around a blocked artery near the heart. Alex.
Bypass.
Can accept bypass. That is correct. Both teams, medieval legends is the category. After the archery incident on his way to prison, he escaped and killed the governor who sentenced him. Can you name him? Ryan.
William Tell.
William Tell is correct. Ancient history again for both teams. The Egyptian papyrus is probably best remembered for its use as a writing surface, but its reeds were also used to make what kind of vehicle? Evan?
A chariot.
It is not a chariot. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this ancient history category. The Egyptian papyrus is best remembered for its use as a writing surface, but its reeds were also used to make what kind of vehicle? Colin?
A boat.
A boat is correct. Literature, authors for both teams. The first Pulitzer Prize for general nonfiction went to an account of a presidential election. Name the author. It's kind of an obscure one. It's Theodore H. White, and it was the book in 1960, The Making of the President. Proverbs is the next category. I'll explain it prosaically, and you recite the proverb. Okay? Here it is. More people are impressed with our sincerity if we act on our beliefs than if we merely talk about them. Sean?
Catch more flies with honey than with vinegar?
That is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal. I'll explain it prosaically, and you recite this proverb. People are more impressed with our sincerity if we act on our beliefs than if we merely talk about them. Julia?
Actions speak louder than words.
That's the one we're looking for. General knowledge for both teams. The largest known blue sapphire, weighing in at 536 carats, can be found at the American Museum of Natural History in New York. It is known as the Star of Blank. Tristan?
India.
Star of India is correct. Famous places for both teams. Cologne is a very old city in Germany. What is the most significant architectural structure? Looking for its cathedral. It's cathedral. Music, composers for both teams. It's a fairly long question. In the ballet suite, A Soldier's Tale, a soldier returning from war meets the devil and trades his violin for a book with all the answers. In the end, the devil seizes the soldier on his return home. Name this 20th century Russian who wrote this ballet suite. Alex?
Shostakovich.
That is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this music composer's question. In the ballet suite, A Soldier's Tale, a soldier returning from war meets the devil and trades his violin for a book with all the answers. In the end, the devil seizes the soldier on his return home. Name the 20th century Russian who wrote this ballet suite. Julia?
Rimsky-Korsakov.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Stravinsky. Stravinsky. Another composer's question for both teams. There are two operas, both based on Shakespeare's Othello, composed in the 19th century, both by Italian composers. Name either one of the composers. Julia?
Verdi.
Verdi, yep. And the other one was Rossini. Spelling for both teams. How do you spell penitentiary? Olivia?
Penitentiary, penitentiary.
Very good, penitentiary. Language, definitions for both teams. Matrimony is the state of being married. What is acrimony? Time on that. It is harshness of temper, bad manners, bitterness, which none of us in this room have. Both teams, ancient philosophy is the next question. In the 4th century BC, Aristotle said that a statement is either true or false. This is known as the law of the excluded blank. Looking for the excluded middle. Excluded middle. Sports history for both teams. What ancestor of American football was named for the school at which it was first played? Olivia?
Rugby.
Rugby is correct. Next category for both teams. Fine arts, paintings. Which of the Norwegian Edvard Munch's paintings has been called an icon of existential anguish? Victor?
Scream.
The Scream is correct. Economics for both teams. In political science, it is the policy of erecting trade barriers to foreign competitors so domestic producers retain much of the domestic market. What is this called? Evan?
Tariff.
Cannot accept tariff, I am sorry. Colin?
Embargo.
It is not embargo. We're looking for protectionism. Protectionism. General knowledge for both teams, and it is a multiple choice. In a kayak, the hole for the navigator is located at the stern, amidship, or at stem. Cole?
Amidship.
Amidship is correct. General knowledge, inventors for both teams. Name the American inventor who in 1852 built the first mechanical elevator with an adequate safety guard to keep it from falling if the cable were severed? Alex?
Otis.
It is Otis. Elisha Otis is correct. Science, chemistry for both teams. What is always formed when equal amounts of acids and alkalis are combined? Cole?
Neutral thing? No, I'm sorry.
Cannot accept that, sorry. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this category of science and chemistry. What is always formed when equal amounts of acids and alkalis are combined? Sean?
Water and a salt.
Water and a salt is correct. Literature for both teams. It's a fairly long question. This mysterious tale is recounted from the diary of a neurotic spinster who in her youth was a governess on a lonely British estate. Her pupils, Miles and Flora, are subjected, she believes, to the evil influence of two ghosts, Miss Jessie and Peter Quint. Name this 1898 work by Henry James. It's the turn of the screw, turn of the screw. Spelling for both teams. How do you spell Confucius? Cole?
Confucius.
That is correct. Both teams, math is the category. If you paid $450 for a note that will pay $500 in 6 months, what is the annual simple interest rate that you earn? And I need it to you can round to the nearest full percent. Sean?
22%.
22% is correct. Science for both teams. And if an observer knows his distance from the Earth's geographic North Pole, he could use the altitude of Polaris to calculate which of the following: the diameter of Polaris, the distance to the Sun, circumference of the Earth, or radius of the Earth's orbit. Cole?
Circumference of the Earth.
Circumference of the Earth is correct. Literature is the next category. Another literature question, but it's a short question, which is nice. Name any one of the 5 published books by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Time on that. The choices were Strive Towards Freedom, Strength to Love, Why We Can't Wait, Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community, the Trumpet of Conscience. Spelling for both teams. It's defined as something that irritates, angers, or excites. Spell provocation. Cole.
Provocation.
That is incorrect. I am sorry. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal. We will finish this question. Olivia?
Provocation.
That is correct. Second O is we're messed up there a little bit, Cole, but that's all right. As that siren does announce the end of our game, with Shawnee Mission West coming away with the victory of score of 27 to Shawnee Mission North 17. Please join us again right here the next time on Categories as we bring you the best and brightest minds of all the high school students right here in Johnson County.
Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a spirited competition between the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves and the Shawnee Mission East Lancers. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors first from Blue Valley Southwest.
I'm Pavan, I'm a junior.
I'm Ross, I'm also a junior.
I'm Alex and I'm a senior.
I'm Emily and I'm a junior.
I'm Kyle and I'm a freshman.
And our competitors from Shawnee Mission East.
Hi, I'm Peter and I'm a senior.
I'm Charlie and I'm a senior.
I'm Matthew and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Polly and I'm also a sophomore.
I'm Jonathan and I'm a senior.
All right, here in the first round of categories, we will take turns answering questions. If a team does respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. And we did a coin toss before we started taping, and it was won by Shawnee Mission East. So East, here is the first category. It is vocabulary. What 7-letter word starting with M is a synonym for seafarer? Peter?
Mariner.
Mariner is correct. Southwest, here's your category. It's geography, former Soviet Union. Name any one of the 3 Transcaucasian republics of the former Soviet Union.
Bosnia.
Cannot accept that. Lancers, chance to steal this geography Soviet Union question. Name any one of the 3 Transcaucasian republics of the former Soviet Union. Polly?
Georgia.
Georgia is one of them, yep. The other 2 are Armenia and Azerbaijan. Science is the next category for you Lancers. It's the alkali most commonly combined with a fatty substance to make soap. What is it? Polly?
Lye.
It is lye. Timberwolves, next category for you is world geography. What country is sometimes referred to as the subcontinent? Ross?
India.
India is correct. Lancers, ancient cultures is your category. In ancient Egypt, for what was a bath of natron followed by a wrap of linen and spice used? Jonathan?
To mummify.
Mummify or preparing a mummy is correct. Blue Valley Southwest, science is your category. What technique for food preservation uses these steps? Food is frozen in an airtight tank, then the food is heated at the same time that air is pumped from the tank, which removes the water by sublimation. Ross?
Freeze drying.
Freeze drying is correct. East, next category for you is Shakespeare. 3 characters in Macbeth were kings of Scotland, both in the play and in history. Name any 2 of them. Matthew?
Macduff and Banquo.
Cannot accept that. Timberwolves, chance to steal this Shakespeare category. 3 characters in Macbeth were kings of Scotland, both in the play and in history. Name any 2 of them. Time on that, we're looking for Macbeth, Duncan, or Malcolm. Southwest, you do get the next category, which is autobiography literature. What Minnesotan's autobiography is called The Education of a Public Man? Time on that. Lancer's chance to steal this autobiography literature question. What Minnesotan's autobiography is called The Education of a Public Man? Looking for Hubert Humphrey. Hubert Humphrey. Geography is the next category for you, Lancers. What runs through Canada at a latitude of 66 degrees 72 minutes? Polly?
The Arctic Circle.
The Arctic Circle is correct. Timberwolves, science is the category. What do we call the basic units of all forms of electromagnetic radiation, including light beams? Ross?
Photon.
Photon is correct. East, military history is your category. What place saw Civil War battles in 1861 and 1862? Jonathan?
Gettysburg.
It is not Gettysburg. Southwest, chance to steal this military history category. What place saw Civil War battles in 1861 and 1862? Ross?
Bull Run.
Bull Run is correct. Timberwolves, you get the next category, art, terminology. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. What artistic term suggests art that is naturalistic rather than ideal, and emotional rather than rational? Translated visually, this 17th century artistic style produced movement, vitality, and brilliant color, with interest in realistic rendering of the world with powerful emotional impact. Pavan?
Romantic.
It is not romantic. Lancers, chance to steal this art terminology question. What artistic term suggests art that is naturalistic rather than ideal, and emotional rather than rational? Translated visually, the 17th century artistic style produced movement, vitality, and brilliant color, with interest in realistic rendering of the world with powerful emotional impact. Matthew?
Baroque.
Baroque is what we're looking for. Lancers, you get the next category, science in regards to species. No one knows where horses originated, but fossils show that during the Ice Age, they lived everywhere on every continent except which one? Polly?
Antarctica.
It is not Antarctica. Southwest, chance to steal this science species category. No one knows where horses originated, but fossils show that during the Ice Age, they lived on every continent except which one? Ross?
South America.
South America is also incorrect. We're looking for Australia. Australia. Timberwolves, you do get the next category, which is general knowledge. The standard and rather silly arrangement of letters on a typewriter